Don't forget to mention that you hit 250 last week. That's a big thing.
Who needs $1 million? Though it be nice, I got a billion blessings, and the drinks are all nice. Here's to the good, good life. Don't need no Maserati.
Hey, how's your mom and them family? How are y'all? Good to see everybody.
Yes.
Yes.
So happy to be here with you today. Last week's show, we broke 251,000 listeners around the globe. So yay to us. On that note, we'll give a shout out as this opening segment is brought to you by Bailey's Fine Home Remodeling. From start to finish, big or small, Bailey's Fine Home Remodeling does it all. Whether building something new, updating something old, or a simple repair, Bailey's Fine Home Remodeling provides excellent craftsmanship at fair prices just for you. You can contact them at 678-899-2632 or billybailey0038@gmail.com. So thank you, Bailey's, for sponsoring this segment. 251,000 listeners. That is amazing. Wow.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
Awesome.
it is. Somebody's trying to call me, so you can get off my phone. I'm having technical difficulties today. I realized that I had my computer with me, but I grabbed it at my office and left my computer charger at the office. So there you go. Yeah. So I'm on my old computer, which thankfully to God.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
got my phone, my computer, and everything literally is attached to a cord right now because it was all dead. So yay. I wheeled
Howdy,
in
Dharma.
2 wheels today, buddy. Hi, Dharma. So how was you guys' weekend?
It was good. It was good. I had a relaxing weekend today.
Did ya? Oh, good. That's
Yeah,
good.
I just pretty much stayed home. Oh, Dharma said, and hey, Dave. There we go. Yeah, I pretty much stayed home. Just got some things done around the house. I still had not put away Christmas, so I put away Christmas there. Y'all can judge me. It's fine.
Oh, hey, no, girl. Every Christmas decoration I have is still up.
I'm going to tell y'all my lazy, innovative way for putting away Christmas. So
Please.
I had this thought that we were going to saran wrap the Christmas tree and put it in the shed.
Oh, okay.
So we did not undecorate it or nothing. We only took the topper off and put it in the box, and we wrapped it in saran wrap and literally put it out in our shed. So
Wow.
It's ready for next Christmas.
That's a great
My lazy
idea.
hack.
My sister-in-law used to have this storage under her stairway, and she just pulled her Christmas tree into the closet and then just pulled it out every year.
Right. I mean, that's basically what we did, but we just put it in our storage shed, you know.
I have to,
but we did wrap it in saran wrap so it won't get dusty.
That's awesome. I had to move mine between houses from the house I live to my storage shed at my daughter's houses. So yeah, everything has to come down. In fact, when I end this podcast today, I'm going to start taking Christmas decorations down. So that's, yeah. I worked up until January 5th. So, and then school started back on the 6th. So there was no time to take Christmas decoration down. So they still up, you know. Hey.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'm ready for them to be down, though.
It
It's like, it's time.
Yeah, I was ready for mine to be down.
Yeah. I actually had a day off on Friday, which was very nice. I slept for like 12 hours. It was so nice because fireworks season about did me in. Every year I get a year older, and working 90 hours in an 8-day period is, I'm getting a little old for that, you know?
Yeah.
If there's any rich men out there that, your girl single, that's all I'm saying. Lord help us, Jesus. Some Jesus up in here bad today.
Good man.
That's right. Oh.
Bring them,
Yes.
Jesus, Lord Jesus. We're manifesting good men for Tina.
Yes. Hallelujah.
Ain't
That's it.
Oh my goodness. Well, let's talk about some grits and what's getting in them.
My grits
We had to take you away.
right in the butter. Yeah, you must be really.
All right. This segment is brought to you by Fitness First. Is there a logo for Fitness First? There we go. This segment is brought to you by Fitness First, where the mission is to help you move better, feel stronger, and live healthier, no matter your age or fitness level. Every training and nutrition strategy is tailored to your unique needs, goals, and lifestyle. Train smarter, not harder. Fitness First by our friend Jennifer Plummer.
All right. Dana, what's getting in your grits this week?
It does not work like it's supposed to. Like, for
That's funny because we couldn't hear you when you first started talking.
exactly technology. Well, I'm loving these peanut butter cups by Quest.
Yeah, tell us what you love. We're going to do this segment a little bit different. We're going to tell you guys what's getting in our grits, but we're also going to tell you what we're loving this week. I mean, because we don't want to just gripe, you know, we want to tell you what we loving too. So, you know, balance it out.
There you go.
Yes.
Little good and bad. These are delicious, y'all. I have found these. They're better than Reese's peanut butter cups. They have protein, very little
West peanut
sugar.
butter clips.
Yes, y'all should check those out. Absolutely delicious. Like I have some in my suitcase with me while I'm traveling. So they're really good for a nice little snack.
And they're Jennifer Plummer approved. Ray, what's getting in your grits? What you loving this week?
Okay, what's getting in my grits this week is when you take the time to load your dishwasher and wash your dishes, and you paid for this high-tech dishwasher that talks to your phone and tells you all the stuff, but then when you go to open it up, your dishes are still darn wet. Like, what is wrong with dishwashers today? Why can't they dry the darn dishes? I don't get it. I still will have to take them out and put them in the strainer so that they can dry, especially the plastic stuff. I don't know what technology needs to be out there to dry the plastic stuff in the dishwasher, but it is just super annoying.
Wow, that's true, because you got a new fancy dishwasher, don't you?
I do. I have a Samsung smart dishwasher, talks to my phone, does all the stuff, but the stuff still don't come out dry.
It still can't dry your dishes.
Still cannot dry my dishes.
That's so interesting.
Yep. So that's what's getting in my grits. But the thing that I'm loving, honestly and truly, is my good friends. And two of them are right here with me, my good friends. And I'm just thankful and blessed to have both of you in my life. And then also like Dharma, Jan is her name, Jan. And Amanda, and I've made a bunch of good friends on TikTok too that I got to meet, Wendy Tabor and Coach Paula, and there's just too many to name, but I'm just really thankful and blessed to have people in my life for many years, y'all, and I don't want to get too deep on y'all, but for many years, and Tina may not even know this, I struggled to have friendships here in Georgia. Texas, I had a bunch of friends. It was easy. But when I came to Georgia, it was like I could not find a place. I couldn't find a niche, some people that had my back and that they, you know, that I had their back, they had my back. They wanted me around. They called me up to ask me to go places. And I finally have that in these past 5 or so years. I feel like I have my group, my girls. And I'm just super thankful for that. I thank God for each of you guys because y'all are really my core group. So that's what I'm loving this week. My friends.
We love you too. We're thankful for you too, Ray. Good friends are a must. The community that you surround yourself with is huge. It's huge. It helps you. I mean, you guys know the last 2 years have been hell on wheels for me. And without you guys and the community of people around me, I don't think I would have survived it. I really don't. So I'm grateful. Grateful for friends too. Well, I tell you what's getting in my grits this week, because my parents just got over the flu. I've had the flu. My other friends had the flu and bronchitis. And I'm just like, people who are sick and who go out without a mask on their face and they cough and they just go about life and cough in their hands and touch crap. And it's like, dude, just have respect for the people around you and put a mask on your face if you are going in public. And I know people are all, you're not going to tell me what to do. And everybody rebels against the mask now because of COVID. You know, it's like, you're not going to tell me what to do and blah, blah, blah. But I'm just like, just have some common courtesy. If you are sick and you have to go out, just put a mask on. Wash your hands. Make sure you sanitize if you cough in your hands. I mean, that's why you're supposed to cough in your arm. I mean, flu is rampant right now because nobody takes precautions. And I'm just like, have respect for your fellow mankind and either stay at home or put a dang mask on your face. It's not about nobody telling you what to do or anything like that. It's just respectful, you know, just to put a mask on your face. I'm telling you. I don't know. How do y'all feel about masks?
Oh,
Nick, you should definitely wear one. I mean, it's just common courtesy and respect for your fellow human beings, like you said. I mean, you don't want to contaminate somebody else.
right,
Yeah,
right,
I know.
for sure.
My
I mean, I
my
don't
daughter
like
took,
them personally, but if
I
I'm
don't like
sick,
them either.
like when I came back from the cruise and I had COVID, I definitely, if I had to go out, I wore a mask. I mean, I only had to go out one time, and it was right after I went to the doctor and found out, but I wore a mask when I did.
Yeah.
So definitely.
My daughter and her fiance took my granddaughter Remy to the doctor on what's today, Monday, on Friday, and it was like everybody in the whole waiting room was coughing and sneezing and all this stuff, and now the two of them are sick. She's like,
Oh
I think I
no.
got it at the doctor's office. It's like,
Mhm.
I'm like, because, and that's another thing. Every doctor's office should have a sick waiting room and a well waiting room, especially in pediatrics, man.
They
That's great.
used to when
They
my
used
kids
to.
were little. Yeah. Of course,
Yeah,
that's
they
been a
did used
minute,
to.
but they used
Yeah.
to prevent that kind of stuff.
Right, exactly.
And
Yeah,
they
so
still
that's
had
what's
you to put a
getting them.
mask on.
Yeah, they did, yeah. I mean,
Mm.
not anymore. Everybody's like totally gotten away from it, of even being conscious at all of what's going on, you know. But this is what I'm loving. If you guys have not tried these things, they're called, and I just love the name Drizzlicious. It's just fun. I'm gonna have to work that word into my coffee shop drink menu because people like extra drizzle. Tell them to order it Drizzlicious. Maybe that's what I'll do.
Delicious.
Anyway, they're like rice cakes, but they have quinoa, chia seeds, flax seeds. So they're all good for you. And it's birthday cake bites. So, you know, it's a little like having some birthday cake, but not really. You know, when you need a snack, there's only 90 calories in 21 pieces, I think it is. So, yeah, so they're very good. And I noted that the things that we were loving this week, me and Dina, was around food, but I'm really happy, and Jennifer will be very happy that it's all healthy choices, you know.
There you go.
So that's good. We all trying to lose some weight, you know, and be healthy and, you know, get fit. And hopefully we'll still feel that way in February. You know, January is always the month that everybody wants to get fit. And then by February, you know, everybody calms back down, you know, and the coffee business picks back up. So anyway, hopefully, but yeah, Jennifer, I don't know if you're watching today, but she'll be proud of us for sure. You know, making sure we got good, healthy snacks. Except for the Elmer's fudge I have laying here next to me. So red velvet fudge. That's not a very healthy snack, but it's a delicious snack. So anyway, it's time to spill some tea around here. And I apologize, my dog is barking. This segment is brought to you by the Adairsville Coffee Company at 6365 Joe Frank Harris Parkway in Adairsville, Georgia. ACC's motto is drink better, feel better, be better. You can order beans for home and other merchandise at www.adairsvillecoffeeco.com. Come see us sometime if you're in the area. We would love to serve you a cup of coffee with a smile. We call you by name. All right, Miss Dina, what's happening in the world of celebrity gossip?
So excited. Traders US is back for season 4. Like, y'all, it's filled with housewives. Traders
Okay, so
has
tell me
housewives.
what this show is about. Like, tell me how this show works. I've seen the advertisement, but never seen the show.
Okay, you have 23 people in the beginning,
Okay.
and generally it's a mixture of celebrities like gamers, reality stars, and that kind of thing. And then the guy at the bottom, Alan Cunningham, is the host, and he decides who the traders are, and there are 4. And it is up to the traders to dupe the other people to think they're faithfuls, and you have to try to figure out who the traders are. Basically. And the traders commit murders. They decide who they want to kill off. Like if somebody's starting to suspect them, then they will kill that person off. You'll wake up the next morning and they'll be gone. But the last man standing gets $250,000.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the game the kids used to play at school all the time called Mafia, isn't it, Ray?
Yeah.
Kind of like a adult version of Mafia.
Yeah, but this one is packed with housewives, y'all. It's got Real Housewives of Atlanta, Portia Williams. It's got New York, Dorinda, Caroline Stanbury from Dubai's on there. Like, it is packed full. There were some people from Survivor, Big Brother. So it was really good. I watched a couple episodes. I won't give it away in case anybody hasn't started watching it yet. But
I might have to watch it to see.
Yeah, well, you need to start from the beginning because I think season 2 had Larsa Pippen and Marcus Jordan on it.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was really good. You know, Michael Jordan's son.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, I don't know who either of those people are.
Yeah, I don't know any of them here either.
I'm going to nod my head like I'm cool as Dina and that I know those people.
Larsa Pippen used to be married to Scottie Pippen. He's a famous basketball player. Okay.
I like Scottie Pippen. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, y'all. And the second bit of gossip is check out how fabulous Jennifer Aniston is. Her trainer is giving away her secret. She's 56. Do you believe that? Look at this. I mean, you could bounce a quarter off her stomach, y'all. She looks great. Her trainer says Jen's secret is she never stops. She always makes sure that she's active no matter where she's at. She's trying to keep her body in motion, and 80% is business and 20% is play.
What?
So 80% is business and 20% is play. So she tries to only indulge 20% of the time. She works out at least 4 days a week.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That is my goal this year is to work out 3 to 4 times a week. And I'm failing miserably at it right now, but I'm working towards that goal. Yeah. That's my 2-degree change. That's the one. Get my water in and work out 3 to 4 times a week. Trying to figure out how to do that without getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm not sure. Not sure how that's going to work.
Implement small changes. They say you stick with them. So.
Yeah, I know. Absolutely right. Ray, what's happening?
Okay. So what's happening? This one right here is in Adairsville. There is a little place that is the Penny Thrift is what it's called. And they're having their 1-year birthday bash. So on January 17th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., they're having a sidewalk sale, rummage bins, $10 fill-a-bag, and they're having giveaways and in-store discounts. There will be light refreshments, sips, and hair tinsel if you want to do that.
Oh, look, we can go get hair tinsel, y'all.
Get some hair tinsel. Yep. So that's happening. What's that?
Get some hair tinsel to go with my nose ring.
Right. Yeah, me
Cool.
too. Which I switched out my nose ring.
I did too. Let me see. What'd you get?
It's a hoop. Can y'all see it?
I did too. Can you see it?
I can't see yours.
I can't really see yours either, but yeah, I do. I'll get a silver hoop.
It's
I don't
a
have mine
gold hoop.
in.
So
That
you don't have
hurt
yours
like a
in?
mother. Ray, did it hurt taking that thing out?
Yes. I
Yeah.
have Dina on the phone with me because I was like, you're going to walk me through this because you keep saying you're going to help me, but
Yeah.
we keep not doing it. So poor thing
Listen.
was on the phone with me while I'm crying, and it was like a corkscrew. You had to corkscrew
It
that
is.
thing out of there.
And I went to my daughter's house and made her change it because I'm like, and then
Oh.
I'm like, my nose has been sore for 3 days.
Yep, mine too. Mine too.
Yeah.
It's sore. Crazy. I don't know how much this is all worth it, but I do like the little hoop though. I like the hoop
do.
much
I like
better
it too. Yeah.
than the little stud I had.
The things we let Dina talk us into.
I know.
Babe, I didn't talk y'all into nothing. Y'all said you wanted
did.
it.
No, you did. You talked us right up into that.
Okay, and I talked Jen into that tattoo too.
Mm-hmm. You did.
You did. You did.
Okay.
So this is the other thing is Circle Songs Atlanta. This sounds so fun, you guys. This is going to be on Thursday, January 15th from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. And it's going to be at the Well of Roswell, which is in Roswell, Georgia. And I just want to tell y'all a little bit of what it is. So Circle Songs Atlanta is a music born in the moment. It's music. It's a music moment. The voices circle, weave rhythms and harmonies that live only once. No performance, no judgment, just presence, play, and connection. In a circle of voices, we invent and repeat melodies, sound upon sound, weaving rhythm and harmony into something unique, never to be sung the same way ever again. And it's basically like I lead, you follow, or you can invent a lead if you want. So they
gosh, that sounds so fun.
shift, rise, dissolve into a performance, and it's an experience to be had. So this just sounded really intriguing to me. It sounded like a lot of fun.
Is the Well a church?
I'm not sure. It says sing, connect, create, let loose. First time is free. Additional times are $5. So
okay.
They said it's in the creative genius of Bobby McFerrin. It's in that kind of, don't worry, be happy kind of.
Yeah. Okay.
So, anyways, it sounded like fun. It sounds like a neat
kind of thing.
Experience. Well, I guess.
Maybe.
But it sounds unique and fun. I don't know. Yeah. I'm not a good singer, but I would go to that.
Yeah, sounds fun. This sounds fun too. We should go to this.
This is another unique event because this is going to be Alex Winfield, and this is in Cartersville, Georgia, at the Olive Tree and Vine. And if you don't know what the Olive Tree and Vine is it is a olive oil / wine company. And they do tastings. You can taste the olive oils, you can taste the wines, and they have these local or these artists come in on special events. And it's a really cool place. And in the back is a coffee shop, but we're not going to talk about that part. So Alex Winfield, January 17th at 6:30 p.m. And it's another one that is not super late. I know we've talked about that before. Why do the creators always want to come on at 11 o'clock at night? Well, this one's at 6:30 p.m.
Yeah.
So.
You know why? Because there'll be a bunch of old people at that one, like old people like us.
Yes. And from my understanding, you can, I've seen events here before, and you can usually bring snacks like stuff for charcuterie boards or chips and dips or whatever you want. You can bring that with you to pair with the wines and the
okay, they don't sell that stuff there? You bring your own?
They do not. You can bring it with you, though. So.
Okay.
Anyways, it sounds like a fun event.
I
didn't talk about our other big event that I should have talked about that, but I'm not.
What?
The mail review in Cedartown, Georgia.
Oh, Lord, no. That just sounds hilarious to me because I can't even imagine.
My favorite president.
Oh yeah, well he's in my story. He's in my story tonight. This story is about a little boy whose White House dream came true, and he pays it forward for 30 years later. He said it was a bold request for an 11-year-old. Kevin Nazemi wanted to interview the President of the United States. Kevin didn't seem to care about his age or that he recently immigrated to America from Iran, and his English skills were still developing. The boy who lived in Missouri at the time had a class project to create a news report, and he couldn't think of a better subject than the current president, Bill Clinton. Kevin wrote a formal letter to the White House requesting an interview. Staffers sent him a coloring book in return, but it didn't deter Kevin. He began calling the White House instead, making his persistence known in daily calls. One of those phone calls eventually reached junior staffer Dave Anderson, who at least listened to Kevin's rather outlandish request. Anderson was only 23 then, and all these years later, he still remembers the kid's persistence. His tone was demanding, Anderson told Dave Bignod at the CBS Mornings. It never felt like, pretty please, can I get an interview with the president? It was much more like, when can I interview the president? After a few weeks of daily calls, Anderson relayed the request to an always affable President Clinton, who actually agreed the interview. Clinton was heading to Cleveland soon and could meet with Kevin there. The interview, which was only supposed to last 8 minutes, ran on for a half an hour. Clinton enjoyed the interaction. The kid asked good questions, and Clinton gave him some good advice, too. Kevin's interview eventually became a 30-minute special on a local TV station, which had partnered with his school on the class project. Perhaps most importantly, the experience left a lasting impression and numerous lessons he would never forget. Nothing is impossible. You can accomplish anything with enough persistence. The precocious young man eventually studied at MIT and Harvard's Business School. He founded 4 startup companies, making good on the American dream that he chased down all the way from Iran. He also stayed in touch with Anderson as the young White House staffer grew up and had 2 children of his own. Then out of the blue one day, Anderson received a letter explaining that Kevin had set up college funds for Anderson's kids, Noah and Maddie, as a thank you for believing in him. Recently, they got to meet for the first time. He also reunited with President Clinton, who, not surprisingly, still remembered him 30 years later. And it all started with a bold request by an 11-year-old that launched the boy on a successful trajectory through the next 3 decades of his life. The opportunity that Anderson and President Clinton provided for me convinced me that you should set really, really big goals and be persistent towards them, Kevin said on CBS. The generosity and the honesty and the experience of sitting down with Clinton showcased for me traits that I've tried to carry forward in my professional and personal life. And he's been paying forward Anderson's kindness ever since. Wow, isn't that great? You never know, like just Anderson, that staffer, taking the time to listen to that little boy and offer that opportunity. I mean, gosh, it changed his whole life and set him on a different trajectory, and now he's a millionaire, so because he worked hard and understood that, that's a part of accomplishing your goals and your dreams. So yeah, so that's pretty cool. Thought that was a great story.
Yes, that's very cool.
Did any of you have a teacher or somebody that believed in you that made a difference?
I did. He was an ag teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Name was Mr. Jin, and he was our ag teacher, and he just believed that us kids could do anything, and he would take us around, and he's actually the first person that got me to do a leadership position. He got me to become the FFA secretary for our division, and we got to go all over doing little competitions and stuff like that.
Oh, that's
It
cool.
was just amazing.
That's so cool. I was telling somebody recently about a lady who, when I was just a teenager, and I worked in ministry at the time, but I wasn't preaching out and all that kind of stuff. But she was somebody I really looked up to, and she did a women's Bible study, and she invited me to come teach that Bible study when I was just 16 years old. And I just remember how that just marked me, that she believed in me that much, and yeah, it makes a difference. You take the time to believe in people. It surely does. Absolutely. All right, ladies, it is time for the topic of the week. We usually have a question of the week, and I've got to change our little logo. I failed to do that this week, but this week I have our topic this week is how does our generation feel about modern feminism?
Have to do the advertisement first. Have to do the advertisement first.
I was just fixing to do that. Thank you. Dina, can you read? Or Dina, you don't have your run sheet, do you? This segment is brought to you by Kaylin Chartle, aesthetic injection specialist at GDE Aesthetics. Start the new year off with a chemical peel for only $140 this week. You can contact Kaylin at kchartle@gmail.com. Dina, did you get a face peel?
I was going to, but I didn't want to be red for the show, so I've got to schedule it when I've got some downtime because you're going to be red for 3 to 5 days afterwards at least.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But it's a pretty deep peel, so I'm really excited to do it. So I'm going to schedule it.
Yeah, good deal. Good deal. Awesome.
Yes.
Oh, thank you, Dharma. Dharma said such a great story. We appreciate that. She said, age is just a number, ladies. It's true, Dharma. It's true.
Yeah.
It is. But tell my hips and joints that, though. Good Lord.
We'll do some aqua therapy.
Right? Yeah. But a body in motion does stay in motion. It is true. I feel so much better when I exercise regularly. All right. So how does your generation feel about modern feminism? How does it feel? Modern feminism, by definition, is just really it's defined by the fight for gender equality. The core principles are intersectionality, gender equality, diverse perspectives, and challenging gender stereotypes. That really is the crux of modern feminism. So, how do you guys feel about that? Equality. I mean, it's really not modern. We've been fighting for equality for eons, but
I think that y'all won't shoot me when I say this. I do think that there are jobs that each sex is specifically suited for, and I do think that women have got carried away with this feminism stuff. And I don't want to be a welder. I don't want to, I don't want to be a mechanic. Those are man jobs. There's a reason men do those things. There's a reason women do the things that they do. I think it's gotten
just because
carried
you
away.
don't want to do those things doesn't mean there's not women out there that do want to do those things. Like my nieces, they are both construction workers and absolutely thrive at it and love it.
Yeah, I guess that's the question. That's really the question. Should they be allowed to if they want to? That's where the equality comes in. Yeah.
But I think they've gone too far with, having every right and they're equal. Women are equal to men. They're not. Women are not equal to men. That's why we're made different. I mean, that's the truth of the matter.
Physically speaking, I would agree with you that women and men are not equal. Physically speaking.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So there are certain jobs, physically, women are never going to be able to compete. And I think they've just gotten carried away thinking that they can do everything that a man can do. And the fact is you can't. That's where I think this has gone. Yes, we can vote. We can do everything else, but leave well enough alone. That's my opinion.
Now,
That's
just like
and that's fine to have that opinion.
But there are some women who are pretty dang strong. Just like,
I have a daughter who's extremely strong, but I wouldn't want her using her strength in a job that wasn't suited for a woman. That's just me.
Yeah, and I guess it all comes down to opinion, because I have been in the clergy and in the executive world for a long time, and it is male dominated world. And there were seasons of life where I felt like I just had to sit in the corner and wait for everybody to decide if I could be who God made me to be, and I want to be held in equal standing with the men in the room. My voice is just as important. What I have to say is equally important and equally insightful. And so don't, because I'm a woman, disqualify me. Don't think my opinion is any less valuable. I deserve a seat at the table just like the men deserve a seat at the table. And for me, that's what it comes down to when I talk about equality. It's just like, give me the space to be who I'm called to be and who I'm made to be, because I just want you to respect my opinion and let me have a voice. So for me, that really is what it's about.
Society
Yeah,
today.
Do
and
what?
Do you not feel like we've reached that point in society today where women are seen as
well,
equals at the table?
No, statistically, 10 to 11% of the CEOs in top Fortune 500 companies are women. Only 10 to 11%. So no, we have not reached that in this in our country. No, I think I think you should be allowed to do the job that brings that to do the job that you would like. But I like to
think
see
this brings you joy.
brings you joy, yeah. But I would like to see women paid the same as their male counterparts. And that's the other thing. Women still are not paid the same as men are paid. And so that's another issue in all sectors of business. Women are not paid as much as men are. You get hire a man for the same job as a woman, and he's going to make more money than her. And so, we haven't reached equality yet. And you only know that if you are in the job market. When you're a stay-at-home mom, you're not having to fight the ceilings and the norms. I'm at a season in my life where I'm the primary breadwinner. I've never had to do that before. So I've never had to worry about those things quite the way I have to now, because I have to provide for myself. I don't have a sweet husband, and my income's not supplementary, and I miss that? Yes, I do. I don't, and I think we can't confuse equality with like, I think people expect women to come in, women that are strong and that are in leadership, to come in with this dogmatic, like usurping of authority, unsubmissive, that kind of thing. And that's not what equality is. I don't have a problem submitting to a man who treats me like an equal. I don't have a problem at all. It's a man that speaks down to me and looks down to me because I'm a woman. That's the man I have a problem submitting to. I don't have a problem submitting to anybody's authority that treats me with respect. And so, I think we can't confuse equality with, dominating and being disrespectful, and all that kind of stuff. Because I think a lot of the rooms that I've walked into, I have learned that you have to deal with men the way you would a husband, so to speak. You have to affirm them, and you have to, forgive me guys, but you got to stroke their ego a little bit, and it's just, and be respectful, be respectful to them, and not, just be secure in who you are and be respectful. And they usually will receive you pretty much. But
there's Walter. I was just wondering about Walter.
Walter said, "Hey ladies, love y'all. First off, as a business owner, a female employee costs me more per year to keep employed than a male employee, especially if she gets pregnant. Just reality." Yeah, but what benefit? How does she impact your business in a positive way, Walter? That would be my question.
Is she more valuable to you than the male employee? Does she benefit you in a different way than he does? Does she bring something he doesn't that would justify that expense? Because I understand that you have to offer health insurance that's going to offer birth control if she's of that age or if she gets pregnant. And it's cheaper when you've got a male, you don't have to worry about it.
Right. And that's a good point too, is that not all females are going to be of the age of getting pregnant. So, so not all females are going to incur that cost for Walter. or
Yeah.
whatever business owner there is.
Blanket thing in his policy where if you insure females, you have to have that coverage because you have to have gynecological care if you're a female, no matter what. So I'm sure that's already in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know Hobby Lobby has some issues with their insurance, that they have to cover birth control and they're against it. So, you know, I mean, there are things that you just can't, that the government just makes you do. Can't get out of
Right.
it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
that's probably one of them.
Yeah. Walter said, hence the lower pay. Because of that, all my employees, male and female, bring the same to my business. Sex has nothing to do with it until you get to insurance or pregnant time, which I do not have to do with males. No, that's
But
true.
again, Walter, not all females are going to be pregnant.
Right.
You know, if you employed any of us, none of us are getting pregnant.
Nope.
You know, it's just not going to happen. So that's still an unfair situation because you can't base that on that. You know,
No.
Taking into consideration when he hires her, her insurance and the cost of it is a part of her pay, is basically how he's looking at it. So even if she's getting paid less, her insurance costs more, is what he's saying.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's not fair to us. Health insurance companies need to do better. We need to be able to afford insurance, and you shouldn't
that's a
force
health
stuff
insurance
on us
issue
we
right
don't
there.
need. Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that needs to be fixed.
Yeah, that health insurance is a whole nother conversation.
I don't know if he's talking about health insurance. The government makes us pay every female, even if they are older. Female is female in their books, especially insurance.
There you go.
Okay.
So to somebody like him, especially a small business owner, it would not behoove him to employ females because it's going to cost him more money. So maybe there are people.
Oh, he's not employing. He's just going to pay him less money. That's what he's saying. He's going to pay us less.
That's why we get paid less, because we cost more.
Because we cost more. That's what he's saying.
We do cost more, Walter, but we're worth every dime of it, buddy. Just remember that. We add a whole different perspective to the room. Whole different perspective. Walter has 550 employees, and it sucks, but the boss is not the problem. It's our government. You're right about that, Walter. You're right about that. But actually, the problem is insurance companies. That's the problem. Let's just make it affordable. But, you know, but there again, that goes back to the government getting involved. So, you know, I guess at the end of the day, yeah, we can blame it all on the government. No way. I am a strong female, and I am a leader, and I don't have a problem submitting to a man in any form who treats me respectfully and, you know, values my opinion. But I also try to lead that way. I don't have a problem. You know, I want that same respect in return, you know, that I would give him. I want to receive that in return. And that's for me, that's the thing. It's like, let's be able to respect each other and respect our abilities and what we're doing. You know, so that's my thing. I just don't want to be looked down on or told I can't do something because I'm a woman, because I'm a female, you know, because that doesn't determine my abilities. My gender doesn't determine that.
He said, which, by the way, our government is filled with females, but they don't care about females either.
It's true, Walter. It's true. It's all about the bottom line with the government. It's all about that bottom line. It truly is. It truly is. I own a small business, Walter, but it's completely female owned and operated. So I'm very aware of the challenges that women face in the business world. It's a lot. It's a lot, but we just have to keep pressing on because we have made progress. We're not where we were 50 years ago. That's for sure. So, you know, as long as we're moving forward and the ball is rolling forward, then I guess we're making some strides forward. That topic of conversation was presented to us by a 21-year-old. So, yeah. So it was interesting.
And I will say that as a woman that was in the military, in the 90s, that back then we couldn't be fighter pilots, we couldn't go to combat war, we couldn't do all these things. And a lot of strives have been made. Now females can be pilots and go to combat war. And I know there's people that probably don't agree with it. But I feel like that's a strive that's been made, and that's in the right direction. So, but I do have to say, Dina, that when I was in the military, and I don't know if it's still this way to this day, but they did not require us physically to do the same things as they required of the males. They did have accommodations, I would say.
I'm going to tell you what, and we need to end this segment. But I tell you what, I went to a Marines graduation at Paris Island, and there was a platoon of women marching by. And I'll tell you what, pardon the expression, but there was some badass broads right there. I mean, salute to you, because they were.
Yeah, my
they would have took
cousin.
any man in the crowd down, I assure you.
Yeah, my little
Assure
cousin
you.
graduated from there and served in Japan.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah,
So,
that's
yeah.
awesome. That's awesome. Well,
All
it
right.
is time to tell me something good.
Tell me something.
Tell me
good.
something good.
Need treats for a party or goodies for gifts? Search no more. Elmer Fudge and Tweety Treats have you covered with professionalized fudge flavors and a variety of baked goods. Text 404-482-2626 for more information.
Look at
All right, that looks delicious.
What is that? This red velvet fudge is pretty delicious. I'm just saying. I just happened to see Dave today, so I got some, and I'm sorry y'all don't have any, but
Enjoying that without it.
First of all, disclaimer: she got 9 pieces, 3 for each of you. This is banana pudding cheesecake, now available.
Ooh. Looks yummy. Looks
Steve has
delicious.
to have one of those.
Yeah, I would like to have one of those. Okay.
Oh, so good.
All right. So someone once said to me, there is no honor among women. If that is true, how do we change it? Ooh.
I don't know if I 100% agree with that statement.
No, me neither.
Yeah, I don't think I agree with that 100%, but certain women, I mean, women certainly are more jealous and ticky of each other, always comparing and judging, but I think you just got to choose your friend group wisely.
Right.
That's how we change it. We just change it by being different ourselves. That's how we change it.
Well, I want to tell y'all about a woman who is changing the world at this time, if we could.
Tell us about it. My hero. I want to be like her when I grow up.
Right? I need my graphic, though. Producer Dave, where's my graphic? There she is. Her name is Dolly. And
my hero.
She is changing the world by giving out books. And I will tell you what, my grandbabies all were part of this, and every month they got a new book in the mail. And Dolly Parton's Imagination Library has just reached 300 million books gifted.
Aww.
And 3 million books mailed each month. And it is celebrating 30 years. She has been doing this for 30 years.
Wow.
And so she also just recently delivered 2 million books to Australia. So it's reaching worldwide now. And basically what it is, go ahead.
How old does a kid have to be to sign up?
It's from birth to 5 years old. So your little grandbaby could be signed up.
I need to sign Remy up. Yay.
I'm amazed she's not, because I don't know what hospital she was born in, but all of my grandbabies were born in Cartersville, and they signed them up for it as they were born. So it's not something we signed. They signed them up for it. So anyways, but she could get signed up for it. So there's 270 plus million total books have been donated globally to for kids. That is to try to help them have reading literacy so that all kids have
Aw.
books. So
That's awesome.
it is a really great thing.
I love that. I love that she gives back so much. That's how I want to
She
be. I want to be
does.
Dolly. She's my hero.
She does. She is an amazing lady. Amazing, amazing lady. Who
They're
gives
doing
back.
a birthday celebration at the Grand Ole Opry on January 17th for her, but she can't attend. I guess her health has really been giving her issues, but yeah, put a video out the other day, but so sad.
Man.
Dina, tell me something good.
Uh-oh.
Drop my phone. Tell me something
I heard
good.
about this one, Dina.
We
Dina.
can't hear you, Dina, if you can hear us.
Word.
Oh, there you are.
He came forward and did the cash option of 453.6 million before taxes.
Wow.
Wow. Is right. Can you imagine that?
The things I could do with that money. Oh my gosh.
Right?
Mm,
No.
I know. Oh,
It would be life-changing for sure.
it would be. It would
And
be.
I would change other people's lives with it, not just my own.
I would too, man. I would change so many people's lives.
I
Oh,
always
my
say the
goodness.
first thing I would do is get us a new school. And then I
Yeah.
would give all my kids a house. I'd get us a compound or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, maybe
Me
I
too.
wouldn't. I maybe don't want to live by all of them. But no, I'm just kidding, kids. I love you guys.
I'd get my kids a compound for sure. That is for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Might tell
that would
me
be cool.
something good is about a guy who's traveling the world getting 1 million hugs and how that helped him heal after losing his brother on 9/11. He has traveled around the world. His friend Kevin died on September 11th, 2001 on the 99th floor of the Twin Towers. And he decided to go on this 9 months after it fell. He decided to go on this bike ride, and he was going to drive 4,200 miles from Astoria, Oregon to Kevin's childhood home in Philadelphia. And every time he stopped along the way and told people what he was doing, because the whole entire country was in mourning and grieving. And he found that people just wanted a hug. And, we talked a couple of weeks ago about the power of hugs, and how you need 9 hugs a day to avoid hug deprivation. And it lowers your cortisol levels, it lowers stress, it releases dopamine. So hugs actually are healing. And this guy has traveled across the world now and got over 1 million hugs. And he talked about the impact that made on him. And he came up with this little acronym that called Embrace, that is 7 principles that he's discovered in this as he's traveled across the world and experienced this communal thing. He said he learned that hugs aren't one-sided acts, they're highly communal and communicative. As I looked deeper into the action that made all of this possible, I developed a 7 principle framework, and I can't go into all of it for lack of time, but it's the word embrace, and E stands for engage others with open hearts. Authenticity isn't optional. People know when you're being performative versus being present. So be real. M, make meaningful connections. There's a difference between casual, polite contact and purposeful interaction. B, bridge our differences. I focus on hugs, but it could be high fives or handshakes. Physical touch transcends language, culture, race, and class. I've seen it 1 million times. And the R is respect for all people. You must be willing to meet people where they are and respect their boundaries. It's just so good what he talks about. And then A, accept without judgment. C, create confidence in our shared worth. And E, engender hope through human touch. And this just kind of goes in. I'm going to kind of do our word of the week and stuff a little bit different, but I'll finish sharing it when we get down there. But I just thought it was a cool story about just how much he touched people's lives. And, I'll read a little more when we get to that segment, but it just was a very cool story. A million hugs. Cause I love hugs. You guys know I'm a hugger and I love hugs. And sometimes you just need a hug, and it's not sexual. It's just, you just need somebody to put their arms around you and just hug you and let you know it's gonna be all right. Yeah. So anyway. All right, Miss Dina, let's wrap this thing up.
By Lexi Lulu's Loot, luxury for less. It's the way to impress. Worldwide shipping straight to your address. Style and savings you'll always find. Luxury for less. The world's yours to shine. You can find Lexi Lulu's Loot on eBay, Mercari, and Poshmark. And then there's a coupon code for BFAM. It is BFAM2025. Save 13% off your entire order. Use that at checkout.
There you go. How can we find you?
You can find me on Facebook, Dina Hooper. I am on TikTok, Instagram, dhoop1313. Find us on YouTube, like us, and subscribe.
Absolutely. Ray, how about you?
Well, you can find me on TikTok or Facebook, Rayette Green, and Christian Rayette on Instagram. And yeah, you can always get us. Oh, we also got a new, I think I told y'all last week, but we also got a new TikTok. How's your mom and them?
Yeah, follow us on our TikTok. Follow us on all our How's Your Mom and Them stuff. But then you can follow us. You can follow us also on our personal pages too. So yeah, you can get me on Facebook at Tina Spellman. You can get me on TikTok, Tina Spellman, YouTube, T Spellman 72. Yeah, and Instagram, Pastor Tina 0201. Look us up, find us, and share, subscribe, like, do all the social media stuff that you have to do. There's so many things, but please subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's really where we need your help this week. And subscribe to that and let us know, share it with your friends, share it with your family, get everybody you know to help us out. We need to grow our subscriptions on there. And we would love for you to help us with that. Dharma sends us
You can watch our replays. You can watch our replays on YouTube.
Yeah, you can watch our replays too. Yeah, on YouTube. So if you missed a show, you can go back and catch it there. So just remember this week, our word of the week is brought to you by Miss Tina McAlpin, your caring, dedicated realtor for life. She is a caring, dedicated real estate professional who brings deep knowledge of the market and genuine heart to every client relationship. She treats you like family, listening closely, guiding honestly, and standing by your side through every step of buying or selling your home. Whether you're searching across town or preparing to list your property, Tina will come to you, meet you where you are, and make the process feel effortless. With Tina, you gain more than a realtor. You gain a trusted friend and partner for life. So remember, if you need any real estate help, call Tina. She will help you out, and she has an amazing name. So she must be an amazing person. So yeah.
Yes.
But remember, give somebody a hug this week. It makes a difference. Remember, embrace, engage others with open hearts, make meaningful connections, bridge our differences, respect for all people, accept without judgment, create confidence in your shared worth, and engender hope through human touch. A hug isn't just comfort. It's proof that someone cares enough to stay. Hope isn't just a feeling. It's a force that moves us. So take the time to give somebody a hug this week and make it a real hug, not just because you have to. Just take the time. And, some people don't like touch. So I always say, hey, can I give you a hug? But most people love hugs. But there's a few people that don't, but most people do. So we're so glad you joined us this week. Thank you so much. We love you guys. How's your mom and them family? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. Again, please share us with all your friends and family so they can tune in as well. We love you guys, and we will see you next week.
See you next time.
Hey, 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 here's to the good life.